Hargabon, my friends. So a few days ago I noticed there was a leak coming from the valve cover gasket. So in today's video we're going to be replacing it. So we're going to start by disconnecting the negative battery pole. So then we want to remove this cover. So I noticed there was a leak at the bottom of the engine by the gearbox, and then I thought at first it was the rear main seal of the engine, and I decided to investigate it further, and I found that the oil was actually coming from the top of the engine and running down the back of the engine. Alright, so cover's off, so next up we need to pull the coil packs. To unclip those connections. So after removing the coil packs, the next thing we're going to do is remove the dipstick. We're going to remove this hose here, and we're going to remove this hose here. You want to put like a clean cloth or a clean bag over this so nothing doesn't fall into this engine, because you don't want that, trust me. So this here is the old gasket, so we want to just remove this and then replace it with a new one. So I ended up cleaning the valve cover, the bolts and the PCV valve. So now that everything oil free, it's time to assemble everything. See, now that we clean everything and we're replacing the seals, we might as well replace this PCV seal here. So let's remove this and fit a new one. So now that we have this nice and clean, couldn't see this new one. So now it's time to put on the new valve cover gasket. Before we put on that, we want to make sure and clean the surface. So just going to use some brake clean, a clean cloth, and just go around the edge. Once they're nice and clean, we could put our new gasket on. Alright, once it's on, just give it a little press, make sure everything's seated in the groove properly. So before putting on the valve cover, you want to make sure and clean the surface here, just to make sure it have no oil or contaminants, grease, because you want a nice seal. And make sure and get the spark plug holes as well. So before placing back the valve cover, we just want to put some sealant right here on the four corners, just a little dab. Alright, so now that we have the gasket maker on the four corners, we need to put on two spots on the engine itself. So the two spots you want to put some sealant on the engine is right here and right here. So just a little dab. So you just want to put a little bit here and a little bit on the side. Now we want to take our time and just place the valve cover back on. We could catch a few screws. Alright, so now it's just time to reverse the process and reassemble everything. So I just drop a socket. It's always the 10mm, always the 10mm. Alright, so that's it for this video. If you enjoy it, leave a like, subscribe, leave some good vibes in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.